I made a pitch at the end for a $30,000 like mastermind offer. I did $1,020,000 in a single day.
Oh!
The past few years, we've done over 25 million. And that's, thank you. That's not like, how some people say I've done 25 million, they count like launches or promotions they've been involved in.
Okay.
No, this is 25 million of my own consulting services that we've sold.
This is so good. Are you ready for this?
Okay.
This is absurd.
Becoming a master is not about doing 4,000 things. It's about doing 12 things 4,000 times.
The Ultimate Sales Machine presents the CEO Mastery Show for entrepreneurs looking to grow faster, better, smarter. If you would like to have a profound breakthrough in your business, talk to our team live by visiting chetholmes.com/breakthrough. Good advice is contextual. Get your answers at chetholmes.com/breakthrough.
Amanda Holmes here, CEO of Chet Holmes International. I am so thrilled that I managed to pluck you away from all of your interviews. Dan Henry here. If you haven't heard of him, it's kind of crazy because you're all over the internet. I've seen your face time and time again, and now I know why. So you first started delivering pizzas for 7 years.
Yeah, that was my longest job.
Okay. And then, hey, maybe there's this thing called the internet and maybe I can scale using it. So he was able to start his first,
Well, I had a lot of failed businesses.
Okay.
You want the first good business?
Yeah, so the first good business story is going to $1 million in 5 months.
So basically I started a bar, and I saved up some money. I started a bar, and I realized that I knew a lot about bars because my parents owned bars, and I watched Bar Rescue constantly. But I didn't know how to market the bar. I didn't know how to get new people. So I figured that out, advertising, marketing. And then after I sold the bar, which nobody flips bars, right?
No.
I actually flipped the bar we did literally a multi-six-figure profit in 14 months off of a bar. Like bought it, built it up, sold it. So when I did that, I realized like, hey, I know how to market, I know how to advertise, I know how to do that. And so I started what is now getclients.com. I didn't own the domain then, but and it was basically teaching business owners how to grow their business. And eventually I started with local business, and I landed on the consultant done for you agencies and stuff because we raised our prices, and those type of businesses stand more to gain than like a pizza shop or something. But that's where I started. And I built that company up. We did $1 million in 5 months. Since the past few years, we've done over 25 million. And that's, thank you. That's not like, how some people say I've done 25 million, they count like launches or promotions they've been involved in. No, this is 25 million of my own consulting services that we've sold. And
Hundreds of thousands of followers, #1 book.
Yeah.
Wall Street Journal.
Wall Street Journal, USA Today. Started doing stage selling, like presenting from stage.
This is so good. Are you ready for this?
Okay.
This is absurd. So COVID hits, you're supposed to do an event.
I was supposed to do an event. A bunch of people there. We had all this stuff planned, like, make it real theatrical, food and entertainment. COVID hits right when it hit, right? So we had to cancel the event. I decided I was going to do it online, and I had one camera in my dining room. I had a whiteboard, and I had 158 people on a Zoom room, and I just taught, and I made a pitch at the end for a $30,000 like mastermind offer. I did $1,020,000 in a single day.
Oh, gotta love that. Okay, so qualified to speak on this topic that we're about to cover.
We're not bragging. That's just making sure that you're not wasting your time in this video.
We're in context.
Yeah.
Okay, so for every business out there that's saying, but I don't really want to go online, and is this really, how should I do this? What would you tell them?
Hey, well, first of all, you're not going to like my advice. Okay, that's number one. Okay, the thing is this. So going back to the bar, right? I used to tell my bartenders, because my bar was in Florida.
Okay.
Well, I'd have bartenders who moved down here from New York, and they're like, well, I've been a bartender from New York. And I said, well, this is not New York. You don't have 10,000 people walking past your door every 5 seconds. This is Florida. So I said, you're an entertainer first, a bartender second. If you can't retain people, if you can't get people talking, if you can't get people having a good time and staying and drinking, you have no drinks to pour. Therefore, your existence as a bartender means nothing. You are not a bartender because you're not doing anything. You're just standing there, right? So it's like if you wrote the greatest book of all time and all your energy was on writing that book and nobody ever read it, it doesn't matter if it's the greatest book of all time because nobody knows about it. So if you have a pizzeria, right? If you're a lawyer, if you might be the greatest bankruptcy attorney of all time, you might have the greatest pizza in town, but if nobody knows about it and you're not putting just as much effort into making that pizza taste delicious as you are and letting people know that pizza tastes delicious, then guess what? Your pizza doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. It becomes a non-thing.
We teach that actually. McDonald's versus Joe's Hamburgers. Joe's Hamburger is probably much better, but McDonald's is now, 137 billion or something. It's not the pizza, it's the systems.
That's good you mentioned that. Think about this. If you have the best burgers in town, yet McDonald's is out there selling more of their burgers, and you know that your burger is better, you know that it tastes better, and you don't do everything in your power to make people eat your burger and know about your burger than McDonald's, you are doing a disservice to people who eat burgers. You literally have a duty to let people know about your burger. And if you're not, I don't want to go online, I don't want to learn social media, well then you're lazy, and that's just what it is. I mean, maybe you don't want to do that, and maybe the girl that works at the mortgage company doesn't want to call you and tell you that they have to repossess your home because your business failed and you have no income, but she's going to do it anyway.
2 million businesses went bankrupt in the last 4 years.
And probably 2 million business owners did not take ownership of why they went bankrupt.
So now we have you 10 minutes less. What would be the advice for somebody getting onto online? Where do you even start? Where do you begin there?
So you got to understand that going online, right, is really no different than what we've been doing this whole time. So I used to work for a company. They go around to different department stores and events, and you're a pitch man, you pitch like pots and pans or cutlery, right? So I used to have that job.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
And I used to be a pitchman. And I started at the same company that Billy May started at.
Okay.
Yeah. And so what happened was I realized that the things I learned there, right? Because, people talk about webinars and sales and video sales letters. There's zero difference between that and what I did 15 years ago or what they did 50 years ago on the boardwalks when the ships would come in. People would get off and they'd have the guys on the boardwalks doing these little demonstrations. Yep. It's the same thing. Just like...
Just a different medium.
It's a different medium. That's it. It's a different platform. And so a lot of times we sit here and we resist these things, but you've been doing it the whole time. It's been a part of culture and life the whole time. So the first step is to get over the fact that you have to do it. Get over that fact and also realize it's not that different. It's not that new. It's just a different vehicle in which to do it, right? So here's the thing. Here's what I say, if I were to really condense this, all right? Number one, before we get into how to technically do it, because that changes, right? Oh, build a landing page, run Facebook ads, run YouTube ads, direct mail, whatever. First of all, is to understand that what you sell is not what you sell. Most people don't know what they sell. So for instance, let's say that you sell Christmas cookies.
Okay.
Do you really sell Christmas cookies?
No, it would have to be the feeling that they create.
You sell
family.
A family moment.
Yeah.
The family gets together, they share the Christmas cookies, right? Okay. If you sell so every product is a solution to a problem. Okay. So if you're hot and you go and you buy an AC, you bought the AC because you're hot.
Yes.
Well, oh, what about a fidget spinner? Well, you were bored, right? So you're not selling a fidget spinner, you're selling entertainment. You're selling not being bored. So when you sell pizza, when you sell, let's say you were a marriage therapist, right?
Okay.
You're not a lot of times they say, well, maybe they're thinking about raising their prices. Maybe they're thinking about marketing. What do they say in their marketing? Okay. They don't think about the end result. They just think about our coaching is 4 hours or our therapy is, but what happens if you don't get therapy? What do you stand to lose? Only half of everything you've ever worked for. Your child being taken care of by some other man or woman you don't know. You know? We often talk about the plane ride and not the destination. When you want to go on vacation to Hawaii and you call your travel agent, do they go, oh, well, the nuts on the plane are amazing? No, they talk about the resort at the hotel. You know, and what happens is, as business owners, especially local business owners, we constantly obsess over our pizza, not the family sitting down and watching Sunday football and having moments. We obsess over, you know, I don't know, give me a business, give me.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. And so it's like capturing those moments and what really matters and bringing it online.
What happens after you buy the product, the end result of why you buy the product.
I love it.
Right? You talk more about that. You speak to people more. Right? Like, look, I'll give you an example. Apple.
Yeah.
Why does Apple so much higher value and why did they kick the crap out of Microsoft and IBM? Why? Because Microsoft and IBM were selling computers. Apple sold self-expression. Think different.
Yeah.
Apple created a computer that was easy to use for artists, graphic designers, video editors, creatives.
Yeah.
So they did not sell a computer. They sold self-expression. You don't sell a pizza. You sell an amazing Sunday football family gathering. And most of our marketing and most of putting ourselves out there, we just say, $5.99 pizza, right? Or, you know, and they just focus on the surface level. And then now it just becomes a race to the bottom. Oh, well, I'm gonna price, right?
So easy to sell on price today, but you can overcome that by expressing the experience and the benefit and the feeling that it makes you feel instead of just
byproduct of the product. That's what you should focus on. And when you do that, you speak to the hearts and minds of people. It's easier to talk about, why did you start your pizzeria? Why? You know, like what? You just randomly thought I'm going to start. No, there was a moment in your life where you decided to tell people about that, you know? So when you get online, there's a lot of different ways to market, right? I mean, for instance, I'll give you one example. For my bar, we blew our bar up because here's what we would do. We would say, hey, do you have a birthday coming up? Or do you have a friend with a birthday coming up? We will give you a free bottle of bottle for your group of 15 or more, and a free VIP couch.
Wow.
Limited, okay? So, you know, we were selling, so I thought to myself, okay, do I want to get one person in at a time, or do I want to get parties in?
Oh, this is Dream 100 at its finest as well. Good job.
So
I love that.
When they would come, and here's the thing, a bottle of Skull vodka, vodka, is $6 for a bar owner. In a group of 15 people, that's gonna last 5 minutes.
Nice.
Okay? Then what are they gonna buy? They're gonna buy a $300 bottle.
I love
it. And then their friends are gonna show up, and then you know what else is gonna happen? Somebody's not gonna wanna drink vodka. They're gonna wanna drink whiskey. So they're gonna go buy a single drink, and then somebody else is gonna wanna buy tequila. Yeah. And next thing you know, you have a $1,500 bill, all because you gave away a $6 bottle. But here's what happens with business owners. Here's what happens with business owners.
I really want to high five you on that.
I've told bar owners this.
And they don't do it.
It's gonna devalue my brand because I'm giving away something for free. I'm gonna give away. That's a $6 bottle of Skull vodka that I could make $120 off. Okay, well you'll make $120 off of it, but you'll miss the $1,500 you could have made.
Oh my God, I love it.
Here's another one we used to do. If it was slow, this is how you fill up any bar. You could apply this to almost any business.
Yes, of course.
Hospitality. So if it was a slow Tuesday night and there was like, say, 10 people in the bar and we wanted 50 people to be in the bar, we would make Jello shots, again, with a $6 bottle of Skull vodka. And because remember, this goes back, we're not selling liquor. We're selling a party, an experience, a birthday. Okay, so here's what we would do. We would say, hey, I get on the mic and say, hey, everybody, if you want a free shot, a free Jello shot, all you have to do is check in on Facebook, show the bartender your check-in, and you'll get a free Jello shot.
Oh my God. I love it. These are so good.
Here's what would happen. Okay, here's what would happen. the Jello shot costs nothing, right? I mean, one bottle of Skull vodka made like 300 Jello shots.
Yeah.
So it's like cents.
Yeah.
They would go up, they would check in on Facebook.
Yep.
Their friends who were out and about, driving around, fiddling around on their phone, going, whoa, what should we do tonight? Bring! John's at so-and-so bar and lounge. Oh, he just checked in there. We're kind of near there. Let's swing by and say hi. Multiply that by all the people in the bar. Within 45 minutes, the bar is full, and we took a Tuesday night that most bar owners would accept as a slow night. I don't accept slow nights. Wow. I only accept slow people, okay?
I love it.
And so we would turn a night like that into Saturday night numbers by every hour doing the check-in shot.
I love that. And you're doing the same thing here. I've seen you because I'm doing the same thing where we get to a place where there's a lot of influencers, right? Like a trade show. And we interview all of these people so then it can become online. So then all of their traffic can be a part of our traffic, right? Mm-hmm. So again, you're doing the same thing that you were doing at your bar, but now we're doing it in the business in a trade show.
Yeah. But you have to, as a business owner, you have to get past the, I don't want to give out free shots because it devalues my brand. I don't want to give out a deal on teeth cleaning because it devalues my brand. I'm this high-level chiropractor, so I don't want to do this because it devalues my brand. You know what else devalues your brand? No customers.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
You are a business. Your goal is to take a P&L and increase the very bottom number that says net profit. Yep. Okay? Which means as a part of that process, you have advertising, marketing, sales, product fulfillment. Okay, you can't just be a chiropractor or a doctor or a pizza guy, and think that marketing and sales and promotions devalues your brand. Because again, so even more so, not having any customers.
Yes.
Okay, if you can't get past that, no other advice will help you.
I love that. And especially with referrals today, too, online, right? 91% of salespeople will not ask for a referral. Is that not absurd? So just tying back to what you were saying, can you give them a gift that brings in their friends to be a part of it? Can you do it online? Can you do it offline? This has been so amazing. Any last final bit of how they can find you?
So most of my stuff in terms of business education and whatnot is on getclients.com, my YouTube channel and all that, my book. But if this has even remotely made you realize,
if you appreciated him slapping you in the face,
and you understand that it really does start up here with your mindset and how you think. Yeah. That's why I started this company, howtothink.com, because I realized I have over 1,100 high ticket clients that have paid me anywhere from $10,000 to $100,000 for business consulting, and I'll tell you this. 99.9% of the time, I don't get an actual business question. It always goes back to mindset. And so that's why I started this company, because I'm like, what people really need, it's not business advice. It's advice on how to process information in your brain. Because if you can't think, you can't execute. So you can check this out as well. And I hope this was helpful. So
thank you. Would you like to double the size of your company in the next 12 months flat? Take 30 seconds to answer our quiz on the Ultimate Sales Machine on what's holding you back from growth. The reason is because 95% of businesses will never make it to $1 million in annual sales. Of that, 0.08% of those will reach $5 million. Of that, 1.5% will ever reach $10 million, and 0.004% will ever reach $100 million and beyond. See, in most cases, it's not about your product or service. It is the skills it takes to grow your business. Based on the Ultimate Sales Machine, written by my father, Chet Holmes, voted in the top 10 most recommended marketing and sales books of all time. We can help you get there. All it takes is focusing on one skill area that can double your sales if you have the pig-headed discipline and determination to do so. So be pig-headed. Go ahead and answer those 5 questions on our survey to understand how you can create your Ultimate Sales Machine.
Answer these 5 questions at howtodoublesales.com. Claim your free Chapter 4 of the Ultimate Sales Machine. This chapter helps you get 9 times more impact from every move you make. Visit ultimatesalesmachine.com.
You would be crazy not to get this chapter.
This has been the CEO Mastery Podcast, brought to you by the Ultimate Sales Machine.
Have you gotten your Chapter 4 yet?